You guys, look how cool this is. I created this peace sign nameplate for a customer on Etsy. I decided today, since I need to create a new listing for this, that I would walk you guys through every step that I take to create a listing. I'm going to show you what it's like to take product pictures, and then we're going to go to the computer and I'm going to walk you through every single step, whether that be titles, tags, descriptions, images, everything that I do to get a listing on the front page of Etsy. It's really important that your listing is optimized so that it gets in front of the correct eyes and the largest number of eyes as possible. So let's get back upstairs and start working on product pictures and get right into this listing. The listing photo is probably the most important thing when it comes to getting clicks on your listing. For me, I sell nameplates for teachers. So when someone goes on Etsy and searches gifts for teachers, my nameplate is going to pop up. What they're going to see is a whole bunch of other pictures of nameplates or gifts for teachers, and I have to have a picture on there that looks so good that they're going to click on it. I could have the best product in the world, but if my pictures suck, then no one's going to click on my listing and they're not going to come buy my product. All of the pictures are done. Now all I have to do is sit down at the computer and start working on the listing. So let's get into that now. Alright, the first thing we need to do is get the pictures edited. So to do that, I use Lightroom. So we'll open up Lightroom really quick. Now that we have Lightroom open, we need to import from the camera. And now you can see all of the photos that I took this morning of my nameplate. I started with the pencils on the left side, so I will keep one or two of those. I thought it looked a little better with the pencil moved to the right. And I'll just pick a few. I changed some camera settings throughout. I just want to make sure that I get one or two of each of the camera settings that I had. Alright, so that's plenty. And import. Okay, next we go to the Develop tab. And here's where I will just look through each of my pictures and quickly edit a few. Usually all I do is click the auto button and then adjust from there based on what I like and don't like after that. Alright, done. Okay, so now that I'm ready to export, I will go back to the library tab. We'll go to attribute, pick the red ones. I click the first one and then I hold down shift and click the last one and it will select all of them. And then go to export. And I've already got my export settings set up. I have it so that it renames them as edited versions, and I limit the file size to 8,000 kilobytes, which will be the perfect size to import into Etsy.
All right, so we finished our picture. Now it's time to create a listing. So if we go to Etsy, you should have your shop dashboard. That's where we're at right now. We need to go to listing, and then from here, if you have other listings, you can go to the settings and you can copy that listing, or I'm going to show you today how we are going to add a new listing if this is your very first listing on Etsy. This is the first thing that's going to pop up. You need to select whether you are selling a physical item or a digital file. Today we're going to be listing a physical item. I made it. It's a finished product, and then all of mine are made to order. If you have stock, you would not click this. You would click when you made it. Most of the time, actually everything that I've ever listed is going to be made to order because I make custom products for people. Continue. Now, I told you that the listing photo was the most important thing, which is true because that's how you get people to click on your product. The next most important thing is your title. And we don't just want to put 3D printed product, whatever that product may be, because most of the time people aren't searching for the 3D printed version of whatever you are selling. They don't know that your product exists, or they don't know to search for the 3D printed product. So what you do want to put in your title is things that people are actively searching for that will lead them to your product. So for me, since this is a teacher nameplate, my title will include things that will get people to search for teacher nameplates. So So I guess the first thing that I'm gonna put here, peace sign, teacher nameplate. And then you can separate them by commas. You really do want to use all 140 characters or close to it. We don't just want to put one thing, because the more options we have on there, the more likely it is that someone will search for that specific term. So peace sign teacher nameplate, peace sign desk sign, peace sign teacher gift, peace sign teacher desk decor, fun teacher gift, 3D peace sign. We'll go with that. All of those are possibly things that people could search for to find this specific nameplate. After we've seen how it ranks, we can go in and we can change some of these if they're not being searched for, or if there's a better search term that's leading people to this nameplate. For now, this will be fine. I did use all 140 characters, so that's perfect. Next, we need to do the photos. And you can add up to 10 photos and 1 video. And they say that they'd like you to have a video, but I don't have really any listings that have videos. For now, we're just going to focus on the picture. You upload as many pictures as you would like to Etsy. Since this is the first time I've printed this product, I only have one color option currently for them to see, but I did put in my color options that I have on all of my listings that shows the color options that they can buy. Ideally, you would want to put 10 photos in there so that they can see a good example of what they're buying. In this case, I'm not going to reprint this unless I sell another one. Then I'll take another picture and add it to this listing or create another listing with multiple pictures. But for now, this is good. Your thumbnail is very important. You can go here and you can adjust your thumbnail. I kind of like the way this one is. Maybe I'll center it up just a little bit, but it looks pretty good. Apply. Okay, next is the description. So when you're creating your description, you want it to accurately describe your product. So here in the description, I went ahead and copied one of my other listings over just so that I could have kind of a blueprint and then walk you through what I do. So I started out with some more keywords, because the things that matter to help you rank or come up when people are searching your item is the title, the description, and the tags. And so in your description, you want to make sure you have some more keywords so that Etsy knows that this product is what that person is searching for. So I make sure to include that this is a custom teacher nameplate. I'm going to put custom peace sign teacher nameplate, perfect for displaying on a desk or shelf. I make sure to mention that it's 3D printed in PLA plastic. I'm gonna put that at the bottom actually. Okay, so I let them know that it's 3D printed in PLA plastic so that they know what the material is, what to expect. And then I have some information in here that isn't necessary, but if you do know anything about 3D prints or anything like that, it might be helpful to know what I'm doing or something like that. Another thing that is very important though, you need to tell them the size of what you are selling them. The size of each print will vary depending on the number of letters. So that is specific to what I am selling, my 3D prints. I sell nameplates. If you have a really long name, it will be pretty thin. If you have a short name with 5 or 6 letters, your nameplate could be pretty tall. So depending on the number of letters in your name, that determines the size of the print. I then let them know that it will be stacked title above name. I also give a rough estimation for how big the print will be. I let them know that it's printed to order, and then 3D printed products, so they often have slight imperfections on the surface due to the 3D printing process. This is a machine that's doing this. I'm not like handcrafting this, so there will be slight imperfection. All names are designed, drawn, and 3D printed by me, just so they know that I'm not using a company. This isn't a print-on-demand product. Technically is I'm the demand, or I'm the printer, but I am doing all of the work. And then I say, if you want something else, have questions, message me. I'm very quick to respond. That's very important. You want to respond to your messages within 24 hours or else Etsy's gonna flag you. Make sure you're responding to your messages. And then I have a little plug for my YouTube channel, and then I let them know that I'm active on socials. I'm not really, but I have an Instagram. Okay, next is the personalization section. Everything I sell is custom. They tell me what they want, so I have to add the personalization. And then in this box, you put the instructions for the buyers. I tell them to enter the name that they want printed. I let them know that all the letters will be capped. It can include symbols if they want, and there will be no spaces in the design. Besides that, they can pretty much tell me exactly what they want and I will print it. Here you can say how many characters they can respond with, between 1 and 1024. 256 is fine because for me, because most of the time people are just telling me Mr. Whatever, and that's definitely not that many characters. Next is price. This specific nameplate will be this. And I usually start out with 99 just so that it will automatically renew. If you put that you only have one, it'll make you go in and manually renew the listing every time. So I always say I have 99, and that gives me quite a few times, or 99 times, before I would have to go in and fix anything. Eventually, we will have variations. I'll input all of my color details. Okay, category. This is where I'm gonna put nameplate. I put nameplate, and it's going to give me options, and this is a desk nameplate, so I will click that. Primary color, I offer more than one. Okay, this is where you will put all of the color options that you have. Once you have all of your color options listed, you will hit done. You can also link photos to the variation. If you turn that on, you can select, and since my main photo is lime green, I can select that one, and then it will show them that this one is lime green. Done. In this section, if your prices are different depending on what people buy, you will say prices vary, and then it will let you change the prices for those. Quantities vary if you have things that are actually in stock, and then SKUs if you use SKUs. I don't usually put anything for this. Next is tags. This one is very important. You can use 13 tags to help people search for your listings. So this is just like the title. It's anything that people would search for to find your product. Your gift, teacher gifts, peace sign gift. Okay, so I added all 13 of my tags. Next is materials. You can add materials. I usually do not. Shipping option, okay? Select a profile, and I have quite a few different shipping profiles to choose from. Usually I use this one, free shipping main. All of my nameplates have free shipping. I calculate that into my price. It's usually about $5 for each nameplate, so I just increase my price by $5 to account for the free shipping. Apply that. Next, you need to make sure you have, also, in your shipping option is where you have your processing time, how long it takes you to create the item and get it shipped out to the customer. I have mine set to 3 to 5 days right now. As things get really busy and my printers get backed up, I'll have to expand that 10 to 15, 2 to 3 weeks, something like that. But right now I like to keep it at 3 to 5 days. And then if I ship something faster, the customer is very happy. My reviews are reflected by that. It's better to have slightly longer processing time and make sure you stick to it rather than have 1 to 3 days processing time and then you're always shipping things out late. People aren't happy about that, and Etsy will definitely flag you. I've found 3 to 5 days to be the sweet spot. Okay, mine weigh 12 ounces when they are shipped. And then my boxes are 11 by 8 by 2. If you are shipping overseas or to the UK, you need to have a tariff number. Settings. I allow people to exchange for 14 days. If I ship you something and it's wrong, I usually will just make it right for free. I don't make them send it back to me, but I do allow exchanges. Shop section, custom nameplates. If you want this to show up in the featured section of your Etsy shop, you would click this. I don't think this is something that people are going to come to my shop and be like, yes, I want that. So I'm just going to let it be a normal item. If you want it to show up in your Etsy ads, if you are running Etsy ads, you would click this. I'll turn it on. You only pay if people actually click on the ad. So it doesn't hurt for me to have this one run. I don't know that I'm going to get a lot of clicks, but we can put it out there and see. And then the last thing here is your renewal options. If you want to go in and actually click every single time, renew this item, you put it on manual. All of mine are set to automatic because if someone buys it, I want it to automatically renew and stay in my shop. And that is all there is to it. You hit publish, and then your listing is live on Etsy. And that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Hopefully this was helpful for your Etsy and 3D printing journey. If there's other Etsy videos that you would like me to do, let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.